Hey, what's up everyone? This is Kreadiv and welcome back to another video. It's been a good minute since I last uploaded a video to YouTube, and I do apologize if you have been waiting for my uploads. I do a lot of my grinding for events in the background, without worrying about recording or anything, but today I decided that I'm going to do this video because I know some of you have requested I go over Kensei's feats and what I would use, or my favorite of Kensei's feats. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So first I want to start off with Kensei's tier 1 feats, which is fast recovery, body count, and iron lungs. All of Kensei's tier 1 feats are passives. Fast recovery increases stamina regen. Body count, killing minions will grant you health and stamina. And iron lungs, you can sprint when you're out of stamina. And that is honestly the most useless feat in the game. Iron lungs. It's the most useless feat on any hero. Especially on Kensei though, because Kensei actually has one of the slowest sprint speeds and run speeds in the game. So it's pointless, just don't use this feat, because you're just kind of wasting your tier 1 feat. Body count or fast recovery are the two best tier 1 feats for Kensei. My favorite of the tier 1 feats is body count, because I don't get too worried about my stamina when playing Kensei. I do alright with pressure when I'm out of stamina, and I do complement the use of body count with the endurance perk, which is a decent substitute for fast recovery once you have the renown for it to proc. Also with body count, Kensei is pretty good at controlling the minions, which is actually how I like to play Dominion, is control the minions. If you play more deathmatch or breach, you can also switch to fast recovery. Just don't use iron lungs, trust me. Trust me on that. Fast recovery or body count, two best Kensei tier 1 feats. Now for Kensei's tier 2 feats, it's all about your personal preference. Inspire, allies and yourself deal more damage plus minions fight faster. Good. Smoke bomb gains stealth, speed, and your opponents can't lock onto you. Really good. And chilling stare, lower the defense of nearby enemies. Also really good. All of Kensei's tier 2 feats share one weakness, and that is that your opponents can just run away from you to counter the feat. My personal favorite though for Kensei's tier 2 feat is Smoke Bomb. I find the use of Smoke Bomb to be much more successful than Inspire or Chilling Stare, especially in team fights. If you're in a bad spot, Smoke Bomb can help relieve the pressure, especially if you're the one getting ganked. But if your team is doing the ganking, Smoke Bomb is still very useful for obvious reasons. Just always remember to defend yourself and time the activation of your feats. I myself still struggle with this sometimes, to where I just want to get the feat activated and I end up dying in the process. So always defend and try to wait for proper timing to activate any feat. The only time I really switch to Inspire is when I'm defending in Breach. I do this to help the minions damage the ram faster, and I use Chilling Stare as an attacker in Breach, and I pretty much just use it on the commander. Feel free to use it on other players, your opponents and stuff, but I honestly just use it on the commander because he doesn't run away from you. And well, now on to tier 3 feats. Kensei's tier 3 feats. Second Wind, you recover some of your health. Longbow, deals moderate damage. And Steadfast, immune to throw attempts. My favorite of Kensei's tier 3 feat is Second Wind. I play a lot of 4v4 modes solo, so my main focus is survival. Since every death is a point given to the opposing team, as a solo player trying to win, survival is the primary focus. Second Wind is the best option to survive. I do mess around from time to time and switch to longbow, but I only use it on opponents that don't know I'm there or don't know I'm aiming at them. If you use it on someone who's locked onto you, like right in front of you, it's pretty easy to see coming. It's very slow and super easy to dodge. I've never really had an issue with counter GBs in a gank. counter guard breaks in a gank, sorry. So I've never used the steadfast feat. If you want to live longer in every match, then I definitely recommend second wind. But keep in mind that timing the activation of the feat is also important. Make sure it's safe before you activate second wind, or you'll end up losing the health you just got from the feat. Here's actually a perfect example of what not to do with your feat activation. I kind of got impatient and started panicking a little bit, so I popped my feat right here, and I took a lot of damage, and now I'm dead. So always remember, make sure it's safe before you activate any feat. The fourth and final tier for Kensei's feats are Arrow Storm, an aerial attack that deals medium damage in multiple areas. Stalwart Banner heals yourself and nearby allies within range. And Unblockable. All your attacks are unblockable for a short duration. Arrow Storm is really hard to get team kills with, so I personally don't use it for that reason. I actually use it just to clear the minion lane. That's if I ever rock Arrow Storm, that is the only thing I use it for. On occasion, I will be able to get a kill or, you know, a couple kills off of Arrow Storm, but I don't aim for it with Arrow Storm. The best feat for me, in my opinion, for tier 4 is Stalwart Banner. Because like I said, I usually play Force solo, and survival is my primary focus. So not only does the banner help me survive, but if a struggling teammate is nearby, it'll help them out as well. I don't really care to use the unblockable feat that much. In my experience, it is only useful in team ganks or deathballing. You can also use it as a defensive tool, I guess, since every time someone sees me pop it, they run away from me. That's just my personal experience though, with the unblockable feat. You know, I can't catch anyone who runs away from me on Kensei, since the run speed is so slow, so I just don't see that it's worth it to use. You know, I'd rather use Stalwart Banner and lure them in, since every time I actually plant the banner, they actually always try to get me out of the banner, which I like. I want them to engage and fight me instead of run away from me and wait for the feat to run out. You'll almost always see me using body count, smoke bomb, second wind, and Stalwart Banner for my main feats. And that will be all for Kensei's feats. If you haven't seen my Kensei customization videos, then the perks I always use are Shields Up, Endurance, and Fresh Focus. These are the only perks worth using on Kensei in my opinion. The rest just aren't really worth it, you know? But now I just want to go over your options with the main feats that I use on Kensei. Body Count and Smoke Bomb pair really well together, especially if you're trying to clear the minion lane with multiple opponents on you. It's really useful to pop the Smoke Bomb right in front of the opposing team's minions, giving you time to clear them. The opposing team most likely won't push you unless they have a Death Wish, Lawbringer, Raider, or Warlord to push you out of the smoke. The same goes for Smoke Bomb, Second Wind, and Stalwart Banner. Before I heal with Second Wind, I find it best to drop the Smoke Bomb so my opponents won't push. You know, like they'll most likely back away from you, giving you time to activate Second Wind once they see the smoke. But I do it kind of differently with Stalwart Banner. I like to drop the banner first, luring them in, while I just defend and build up my revenge. Hopefully I survive before I drop the smoke. But most of the time it works, since the Stalwart Banner is actually healing me as I'm defending. But I wait for the perfect time to pop Smoke Bomb, forcing them back out as I'm still healing, and I have revenge. That's the best case scenario that can happen in that situation. Now, don't be afraid to experiment with Kensei's feats and perks for yourselves. You might actually find out something that I and no one else knows. And with that being said, that is all I have for this video. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and hopefully you all found it helpful in some way. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.